But demand, if you are going to find out the first heading title of it, demand of early nationalists. So which kind of reform they wanted to have will be considered as reform and demand. Okay. Chalo, reform in economy. What they wanted to have, land revenue and unjust taxation system against peasant and farmer. Already in chapter 1 and chapter 2 we have discussed that unfair demand. It means that they had to pay tax whether the land is cultivable or not, or in that academic, in that you can say agrarian year where it rain or not. But they had to pay tax. So this must be finished. Then second, you are just, it means Britishers were using Indian consolidated fund for army expenditure everywhere. Okay, army expenditure everywhere. So that's why what happened now, they demanded this army expenditure should be reduced or should not be there. And the money, what you're using it for, that money must be used for Indian, you can say, developmental work, just like that in the field of health and education. Then, third, you need to find out why actually India is becoming poor and poorer. What is the reason behind it? Why famine is there? What is other option if rain is not there? You are the master of India, so you must find out the reason. So start inquiring about the reason and solve this problem. Then cheap credit. If the peasants and farmers are there in problem, it's your duty to provide them good amount of money or loan on cheap credit, on cheap interest. They must be provided with money. Then banking, irrigation, in all such field you bring development. Banking, irrigation, medical, health facility, all these things must be facilitated. This must be started. Then industrial growth. Industrial growth should be there, more industry should be there, and British product, what they are selling in Indian market, they must be taxed. So what will happen? Both the product would be at the same level and marketing would be also easy. So what will happen? Industry will not be ruined. Indian industry will not be there in danger or in stake. So heavy taxation should be there on both, and heavy taxation on Indian merchant should be reduced. Okay, and government should give loan to develop industry which is related to iron, coal, paper, sugar. Wait. Okay, so this is all about, it means in related to this industry must be there in practice. Sugar industry, paper industry, coal industry, government should use this money for that. Then total abolition of salt tax on, and the abolition of duty on sugar. It means sugar and salt must be free from taxation system. Why? These two things were there in huge quantity and abundantly available in India. So that's why taxation is not important for these two at least. Third, administrative reforms. What actually they wanted to have in the field of administration? Like civil service examination. It must be there simultaneously both. If a poor guy, poor student, very much talented, but he does not have money to participate in examination or to go in Britain or London, how will he participate in examination? So that's why ICS examination must be simultaneously, it must be held there in England as well as in India. Okay. Then second, administrative demand, complete separation. Judiciary and executive must be separated. That I told you why. Yesterday we have discussed that why it must be separated, judiciary and executive. And arbitration, it means hastakshep, that when judiciary will be separated, in judiciary executive will not use their arbitrary power. It means judgment must not be influenced by executive one. Just like that, I'm giving an example. I have some problem with government of Jharkhand. I have lodged a case against Hemant Soren. I can. It is our constitutional right. We can. And if Hemant Soren will influence the justice or the judge of High Court, then what will happen? That judgment will go in favor of him. It should not be there. It should not be there. Today it is not there, not at all anywhere. Supreme Court and High Court, they are free. Narendra Modi cannot influence Supreme Court, or any CM cannot influence High Court. Okay, judiciary and executive are separate today. But earlier it was not there. That's why this Indian people demanded the executive and judiciary must be separated. And their interference should not be there in justice. Then powers of the local, it means ki wherever the important small you can say organizations are there to look after the administration, sanitation, cleanliness, electricity, road of village or of town, that Nagar Parishad is there, Nagar Panchayat, that Panchayat is there, Gram Sabha. So all these small local bodies must be given some special power to execute. So they must feel protected and they must execute their power to bring certain development or to bring certain changes immediately. For example, like Nagar Parishad is looking for the beautification of Dumka, and they are looking for the sanitation of Dumka, drainage pattern of Dumka, road of and street and lane of Dumka. But if people will interfere in that, from this area you cannot work, don't take out drain, don't beautify, don't boundary, don't cover boundary at all. So is it possible for Nagar Parishad of Dumka to execute his task there in Dumka? No. So for that, they need special power. Nobody can stop them when they are doing some work. Today it is there. If you will stop their work, what will happen? So the police force will come at your place and they will stop you. Okay, then just like that. Okay, Repeal Arms and License Act. As I told you, arms is a protection, self-protection. Anyone could have, and they must have power to use it when the situation will come. So these two power, Arms and License Act, must be there with them. It must not be taken by you. Then prospect of job, higher post, higher job must be given. Like only just you have what restricted us to only clerk or subedar in military. It should not be there like that. If our students are well eligible or qualified, compatible, or to do something in his life, must be given proper chance and opportunity to achieve the biggest target in his life. That must be given to him. So job prospect should be there, bleak prospect should not be there. Open gate for them also. Then last, spread primary education. Primary education in masses, very important. Earlier, the rate of illiteracy was huge. So primary education should be given everyone in masses. Public, it means like older people, those they don't know 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, they must be given this one, and small children also. Primary education must be given to mass free of cost. It means they should get education. And then whatever your police system is there for our protection, it must be what? Efficient, it must be popular and honest. Corruption should not be there. It means transparency should be there. It means police must not be biased. They must be transparent, they must be honest, they must be dutiful, they must be protective. So these were total 7 administrative demands of early nationalists, what they wanted to have. Defense of civil right. As I told you, so many civil rights were there with British Indians, but all those rights were taken by Lord Lytton or whoever just came as a viceroy in India. So what actually the demands were there of early nationalists in the field of the civil administration? Number 1, just like that, freedom of speech should be there. Freedom of press should be there. Freedom of expression should be there. Under Vernacular Press Act, you have taken all such right. Where will present our grievance and problem and where will lodge our complaint? So how can we open our mouth to just and to bring your attention towards our reformation or towards our development? If you are going to ban that right to of expression, so come on, give us freedom in press. We want to present our grievance. Then abolition of Preventive Detention Act. Preventive Detention Act and restoration of individual liberties. Like Preventive Detention Act, you are just whoever is there in front of you and you feel a kind of doubt, you keep him or her there in jail. So it must not be there. Without having proper ground, you cannot keep anyone in jail. So Preventive Detention Act should not be there, and individual liberty should be there. That anyone should feel that they are free. Then restoration of right to assemble and form association. Again, you have taken those right that we cannot form association or group, just like Mazdoor Union, Student Union, Labor Union, Kisan Union, different unions are there. So just give us permission to form group association, then only just we can put our problem in front of you. Otherwise changes will not be there. Allow us to form association. So these were the total demands and of early nationalists, these four demands under different title, and we understood how they were putting these demands in front of Britishers. That's why the next section of this chapter starts method of early nationalists. They were, as I told you, very much moderate in their demands. They were very much armchair politician. They were very much, you can say, constitutional. They were moderate in approach. They were naramdal. So that's why their early set of method was a bit, you can say, hilarious, which could not bring at all change. Okay, that's why two set of methods are given. First, what they used. When it could not work, then they implemented the second set of method. So first we are going to find out what actually the first one, that they held meetings. It means in meeting, all such speeches would be there. Like 10 people will be there, will give a speech why this change should be there, why this change should be there. Everybody would have spoken. And then after that, they would have taken resolution on that. Resolution, what does it mean? A kind of decision, what they are going to implement. So first step method, first step, meeting, speech by all, and taking resolution. Step number two, then they started using press to criticize government policies in newspaper with sophisticated language. Doesn't matter that some hurting words, some word they are using some rigorously. No, some sophisticated way constitutional words are given, and sophisticatedly they were being criticized there in newspaper. Second step. Third, they started sending memorandums and petition to the British. Memorandum, it means demands in points. Okay, petition, it means a kind of daya patra, a letter which is given. We are calling it shikayat patra. So when we are just writing this application, so we expect a kind of deliverance of beg. Petition is generally just you are writing, you are requesting or you are presenting your grievances. So this memorandum and petition, they were presenting it very constitutionally to Britishers to bring certain changes. Okay. So these were the steps. The first set of method, when these method could not bring success or something. So what happened then? Second step they have taken. Second set of method. We can find out method number two. So here what they had done, they started using some very much, you can say, sophisticated step of 3P. As I told you, 3P: petition, prayer, protest, prayer, and petition. So first we will send our petition. If it is not accepted, then we'll pray to them, प्रार्थना करेंगे. Not then petition, then protest, तब शिकायत करेंगे. Just like a wife does with husband. Or you people do with your papa and mummy. Oh, मुझे पापा मोबाइल नहीं मिलेगा, then you leave food. मुझे ये गेम चाहिए, मुझे वो ड्रेस चाहिए, like that. Is it possible Britishers were our father? No, they were exploited. They were exploiting us. How it is possible that a cat will give you milk to drink? Okay, chalo. Then British Committee of Indian National Congress was set up in London in 1889. Here they started writing journal India. Second step, they have written one magazine journal there in London to publish it there in London. So people of London or Britain should know what is happening in India and what the government of Britain is doing in India. And it must be presented there in Parliament also. Then deputation. Some of the delegates, like Dadabhai Nehruji was a great deputation. It means a bunch of people when they go to execute certain task is called deputation. Just like that, 5 or 10 people they used to select. Wait, I'll speak about it. Rajnandani. So just like that, as I am speaking here over here, just try to understand what I'm saying. Deputation. a leader is there and few people are there with him and they are putting forth their demands in front of British, or they were going together to give certain, to present those documents to have a kind of demand. These are called what? Deputation. So many deputation, these delegates, talented one or well educated one, all these people used to go there in Britain and to present their demands in group. First time, just like Dadabhai Nauroji, along with him, 5 or 10 people, they had gone in British Parliament and they had presented their problem in front of British in British Parliament. Nothing could be done. But this is the second set of method. Constitutional agitation, it means ki when we are not happy with certain law, we need immediate reformation in that law. Is called constitutional agitation. And Rajnandani. So just like that, I can give you example from present scenario, like Teen Talak. This Teen Talak was there, and people just like Narendra Modi, you can say, made this law in Lok Sabha that Teen Talak should not be there in India, whether it is there in Islam or some canon law of Islam or somewhere in their Shariat. But this Shariat cannot be implemented in India. So many Muslim people, they marched towards Supreme Court and put their constitutional agitation that it must not be disturbed in Islam. But that Supreme Court rejected this plea, rejected this request of all the Islamic group of India. No, it is India, not Islamic country. And India is secular country. So your personal Shariat, keep it there with you in your pocket and implement it at your home, but not in India. That is called constitutional agitation. I am not happy. The Teen Talak should be there. Okay. So Teen Talak should be there. And government of India implemented this one. No, Teen Talak should not be there. Women must be protected, must be respected, must be secured, and must get all such benefit how other women are getting. First she is women, then only she is Muslim or Hindu or Christian. First she is a woman. And that's why she deserves everything. So many Islamic group, they had moved towards their local courts and they had moved towards Supreme Court and they put their constitutional agitation. This rule should not be there, but Supreme Court and all the courts rejected the plea of all the Islamic group and they brought it there in practice. Teen Talak will not be there in India. Understood, Rajanandani? Is that clear? If any problem, you may ask me. So we can go ahead. Achievement of early nationalist. Rajnandani, you did not answer. Did you understand constitutional agitation or not? Yes, I'm expecting your yes. In message box you type, because unable to hear your voice now. That's why I'm not using that one. She left. Okay, let it be. So achievement of the early nationalist. Achievement, it means they put forth their problem in front of government. Whether they could get success or not, that is the matter of discussion. So what kind of success is there with them? So whatever their effort will be treated as success, as achievement. Why? Because their effort only is the same. So we cannot say that whatever they demanded, like they constitutionally or in the field of administration or civil rights or whatever, they did not get success in all, but some of the success is there with them. That's why these points are there in achievement. Okay. So the first one, as I told you, early nationalists created, as I told you, national awakening. People were aware of nationalism. Okay, Rajanandani, good. So people understood the meaning of nationalism, and people understood their constitutional right, their political awareness. They are aware politically, economically, culturally, and all such things. And they understood also that unity is the strength. This is the first achievement. It is not a kind of mathematical achievement, but it is a philosophical achievement. So that's why it will be treated as achievement of early nationalists. Then second one, early nationalists also trained people. What is secularism? How to practice secularism? All of you know that secularism? Secularism, it means no official religion. A country cannot call itself or himself or herself country is he or she. Where the industries are more, country is he. And when the agriculture field is there, then she. Like India is a she country. Why agriculture is there? Okay, Japan is he country. Okay, let it be. So that country cannot say herself or himself as a secular when the freedom of religion is not there. And if the freedom of religion is there, then the country is practicing really secularism. India is a real secular country. And Ireland is not at all a secular country. Why? In Ireland, you go, but if you want to be the part of administration, you need to be Christian. Ireland is not secular country. Saudi Arabia is not secular country. Kuwait is not secular country. They are propheting we are secular, but they are not at all secular. The real secularism is being practiced by Indian and in India, where Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh, Jain, Bod, all they are living together, and you are free. Which religion you want to opt, which religion you want to practice, you are totally free. But in some of the countries in the world, you are not free. In Kuwait, some of the family members, they were doing a performing Satyanarayan Puja, and all those 11 members were, yes, America is secular. America is giving freedom. So many my family members are there in America, and they are performing all the rituals. Radhe Shyam Mandir is there in Ganga, Shiv Ganga, they made everything. Artificially, they made everything, provided everything. America is a pure secular country like India. But in Kuwait, these 11 people were, you can say, thrown back from Kuwait to India. Why you have done Satyanarayan Puja in Kuwait? It is prohibited. So that's why some countries are very much, you can say, rigid about religion. So thank God for India, we are free over here. Some of the positive point of India, that's why I'm saying it to you. Being an Indian, it's my duty to make it clear. Chalo, it's all right. So many problems are also there, but some great points are there in India that other countries they don't have. Chalo, third. Then third success of early nationalists we can understand. As I told you, they were pioneer. Pioneer मतलब जो शुरुआत करता है. Pioneer it means beginner. जो शुरुआत करे और सक्सेस कर जाए कुछ नए थॉट्स या इनोवेशन को पायनियर बोलते हैं. So they pioneered or they're the pioneer one. They are the pioneer one who found the real nature of Britishers and exposed them in front of India. The true nature of Britishers were exposed completely in front of Indians. They are not our savior, they are not our ruler, they are not our protector, but they are exploiter. They came over here for exploitation, and that's why, just like that, you can understand the true character of Britishers was there in front of Indian, and nationalism took deep root due to that. It means the enemy was revealed, enemy was exposed. Who is the real enemy behind the curtain? Fourth point, economic program established the truth that India must be ruled interest of Indian. That India cannot be ruled without taking consent of India or Indian. So you have to work for Indian, then only India can be ruled. Otherwise, we are going to kick you out. This also was made understand. Okay, and all such. Okay, point number 5. Whatever their efforts, they wanted to bring it, and definitely it took place and it brought success. Appointment of Public Service Commission in 1886. Public Service Commission today it is called UPSC. So examination, simultaneous examination organized. ICS examination was there, both London and India started. Then Welby Commission was there. It was actually wash off, but they constituted Welby Commission to find out the real expenditure of India. Actually, they made it only for show, only for, you can say, namesake, but Welby Commission duty was there to find out what actually the expenditure of India, but only for namesake. But anyhow, it was constituted. It could be treated as achievement of early nationalists. Then the last point is over here. Indian Council Act 1892. Again, it was made. Indian Council Act, where it has given permission to participate Indian in all such sphere, political, administrative, wherever just you want to be, you can be the part and parcel of those groups, like association, like Chamber of Commerce, like Nagar Parishad, whatever is there, you can be. Let it be for today. Tomorrow we are going to criticize